Well, we today's news we are about discussing the presidential, the how President Bola Tinubu is once again at the center of controversy. This time for the commissioning of just 30 kilometers of a 700-kilometer Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, sparking outrage across Nigeria. Activist and former presidential candidate Sowore is calling for the criminal charge, accusing Tinubu of political deception. But is this really new? Is it a part of a long-standing pattern? This video dives into the Tinubu's history of launching incomplete, um, questionable projects, stretching from his day as governor of the Lagos state to his current presidency. In May 2024, President Tinubu officially commissioned the first 30-kilometer highway of the ambitious Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, a 700-kilometer mega project estimated to cost over 15 trillion. We're not calling millions here or billions. We're talking of 15 trillions. But this move immediately raises eyebrow. Omoyele Sowore didn't hold back. Uh, he called it a criminal act, a treasonable felony for celebrating what he believes is the deliberate deception of Nigerians. And he called it a fraud. Uh, he said commissioning an uncompleted or incomplete 30-kilometer route out of a 700-kilometer project is nothing but public manipulation. What Chole is actually saying here is commissioning a road after commissioned, a road that has been commissioned, 700 kilometer road that has been commissioned, and the 30-kilometer again have to be commissioned again from this place. What has gone wrong with the former commissioning of this road and the execution of the former project? Meanwhile, other like former Vice President Atiku Abubakar claimed the contract was awarded without due process, no bidding, uh, no environmental clearance, and a possible conflict of interest involving Tinubu's own son. In this form, he said no bidding, no environmental clearance, of which that in this form, there is no form of informing people. Of course, we are coming to the place where we actually find out that people are protesting in such places about demolishing their houses. But here is where it gets even more interesting. This isn't the first time Tinubu has commissioned unfinished or controversial projects. Let's rewind our senses to 2003 when Tinubu flagged up the Lagos Light Railway project. Back then, the project was hailed as revolutionary, but years passed and nothing happened. In fact, that time it seems like it was the best and the highest, just as we are seeing many projects now. The first phase wasn't even completed until 2023 under Governor Sanwo-Olu 20 years back later. And what about the Ikoyi-Lekki Link bridge, conceived under Tinubu, but only delivered during Babatunde Fashola terms? Again, the idea was launched with flair, but executed with lag behind. Um, Critics say this Tinubu style, big launches, ribbon cuttings, bold promises, but little following through. At last, during his own time, Chole attack is just the loudest of many voices now challenging the presidential infrastructure legacy. We can see that even in some places in Nigeria, this project is done halfway and another way you see the project is done halfway. Many Nigerians are asking, what kind of project, form of project is this? Even in Abuja. But his supporters see it as a differently. They call it they call him a visionary leader. They say Tinubu lays a groundwork and others carry it forward. So how could a president lay up be a visionary leader and you lay up a contract, and the end of the day another person finish it? And what contract are we talking of? 700-kilometer road, and some of these projects are not worth living alone for any incoming president that will come and say this other president has done so, and it's not transparent, and he has left so little amount on the accounts. So these things are now, it's not just talk. They are legal, real legal battle brewing now. Funsho Dahati, a former governorship candidate, filed a lawsuit challenging the legality of the coastal highway. In fact, the legality of the coastal highway, that's the whole highway contract. The lawsuit cites multiple violations, the Public Procurement Act, the Environmental Impact Assessment, and more. And the presidents along the proposed route are also protesting, that's the residents, claiming their properties are being demolished. We have said this last time, without noticing, that's giving notice to the or compensation to the people there. This isn't just about politics anymore. It's all about rights, law, and lives. You are demolishing the property of people, citizens of this country, without giving them notice. So what does this mean? Or even compensating them? And if we are saying, what does it mean to Nigerians? Are we stuck in a cycle of half-completed projects? Is it enough to launch ideas without finishing them, or without the transparency that democracy demands? This pattern of, launching first, explaining later, could affect how Nigerian view governance itself. President Tinubu's supporters call him a builder, of course. His critics, like Sowore, call him a deceiver. But one thing clear, this coastal highway project has opened up a deeper question about leadership, transparency, and future of Nigerian infrastructure. What do you think about this?